being around Will for 38 years and Jada for almost 3 decades, I saw a lot of things that I believe to be criminal. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. Period. And I gotta have evidence. So we not playing. That's why they didn't sue. So back to these diss with all these this.
Will Smith just dropped a bombshell that's got everyone's jaw on the floor. After years of wild rumors and whispers about cheating, it looks like karma finally spun the block on Jada. Reports are spreading like wildfire about a possible federal investigation into her alleged crimes, plus a jaw-dropping $3 million lawsuit claiming she threatened someone's life. This time, Jada might not be able to slide out of this mess so easily. Every twist in her story is crazier than the last. Her old connections, her messy relationships, and now these heavy accusations about threats. The streets are talking, and the noise around her name just keeps getting louder. Jada's been putting her own business out there for years, from dropping too many details about her past to talking about old ties that raised eyebrows. She's been stirring drama non-stop. And let's be real, her track record of exposing herself has finally come full circle. And who could forget how she's made Will look over the years? Her so-called No Limits Tell-All memoir dropped in 2023 and left people stunned. She straight up admitted to cheating on Will multiple times and didn't even flinch while saying it. When Will called her out on Red Table Talk, that moment went viral instantly. The tension was off the charts. It was raw, uncomfortable, and unforgettable. Fans were asking, did that really just happen? And then Jada flipped the script, blaming him for her own actions like it was nothing. What a twist! But that's not all. It gets even messier. For years, rumors swirled that Will and Jada had an open marriage. Both denied it later, but now sources say there was never any open agreement at all. Jada was the only one out there stepping out, while Will stayed loyal. She once called their setup a transparent marriage, saying she wasn't supposed to cheat, but somehow she kept breaking her own rules anyway. What a scandal. What's crazy is that Jada supposedly used to tell Will every single time she cheated, like it was just another normal day. Can you imagine that? No wonder people are still trying to figure out what kind of relationship this even was. Honestly, an open marriage would have made more sense than the chaos they were actually living in. When this whole situation hit the internet, the roasting started instantly. Comment sections blew up with people clowning both of them. One user even wrote, "They both do. My head is constantly gaslighting the public into thinking their public humiliation isn't actually humiliating." The comments were absolutely savage. And here's the real shocker. Hollywood insiders weren't surprised at all. Everyone in that circle already knew how tangled Will and Jada's relationship really was and who they were mixed up with. This wasn't breaking news to them. It was just the first time the public finally saw the truth spill out in daylight. But things took a darker twist once whispers about what was going on behind closed doors started spreading. According to people close to the family,
about the sexual things they were doing allegedly to certain people and all that. And I told you that Jada was addicted to. So how Jada would watch at the house is she had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching.
Jada was allegedly having different men over all the time, and the whole house felt more like a chaos than a family home. The vibe sounded wild. Definitely not what you'd expect from one of Hollywood's most famous couples. Rumors even claimed that Jaden and Willow wanted out completely, trying to become legally independent just to escape the madness. And to really paint the picture, Will's longtime friend Bilal Smith once dropped a bombshell interview that left everyone stunned. Bilal said the energy inside that house was off the charts, stuff no family should ever deal with. He even claimed that Jada would sometimes play inappropriate adult content right in the middle of the home with the kids around. That detail alone had people speechless. The signs, he said, had been there for years, and no one wanted to believe it. Fans started picking up on how uneasy Jaden always looked whenever he appeared in public with Will, and that might explain why he suddenly pulled back from Hollywood altogether. But Bilal didn't stop there. he came with another bombshell claim that shook everyone. While Jada was out here embarrassing Will on national TV, Bilal said Will himself was allegedly getting tangled up with other people too, including actor Brashear Gray from Empire. Will had publicly claimed he was mentoring Brashear, but Bilal hinted that the word mentorship meant something totally different behind the scenes. Nobody saw that twist coming. According to Bilal, there was way more going on than just career advice. When Jada found out what Bilal had said, she completely lost it. She went on The Breakfast Club, calling Bilal a liar and swearing she'd sue him for defamation. The drama was intense, like straight out of a movie. But here's the strange part. After all that talk about lawsuits, Bilal's interview never got hit with a cease and desist, and Jada never actually took legal action. Suspicious, right? If what Bilal said was really false, why didn't her team make a legal move to shut it down? Well, Bilal had his own answer for that, and it made everything even hotter. While Jada was talking about suing him, Bilal decided he wasn't backing down. He fired back with a lawsuit of his own, coming after Jada for a massive $3 million, claiming she lied about him and destroyed his reputation in public. That's when things officially got real. Now it's Jada who has to prove in court that Bilal's claims were fake. And if Bilal shows even one of the videotapes he says he has, it could completely wreck both Will and Jada's reputations. But it didn't stop there. The wildest reports say Jada allegedly tried to silence Bilal by sending people to intimidate him to keep quiet. That move had everyone saying she must be hiding something big. As soon as Bilal's shocking claims hit the internet, the story spread like wildfire. The Smith family's image started collapsing fast, and fans everywhere were left asking the same question. What's real and what's just more Hollywood smoke and mirrors? Insiders say Jada's been working overtime trying to control the story, while Will's been putting on a calm face, but deep down, he's furious. Reports claim Will's team begged him to step back from the chaos before it got worse, but it was already too late. His once clean-cut image took a major hit, and now people can't stop wondering if that perfect couple image they sold for years was nothing but an act. With every new headline, Will started looking like a man who lost control of his own world. And Jada, she looked like the one calling every shot behind the scenes.
So now, I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember. Your wino's gonna remember it. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm going to sue.
Meanwhile, the noise around Bilal's $3 million lawsuit just keeps getting louder. Sources say he's not backing down, not even a little, and that he's sitting on proof that could flip this entire story upside down if it hits the courtroom. Everyone's whispering about those alleged videotapes that could blow everything wide open if they ever come out. And behind the scenes, Jada's been in full damage control mode, making quiet calls, reaching out to people, and supposedly trying to keep anyone who knows too much from speaking up. But the thing is, the harder she tries to shut it down, the louder the rumors get. Now, fans are asking the one question nobody wants to answer. What else is Jada hiding? And how much longer can Will keep defending her before he finally snaps? But just when everyone thought this story couldn't get any wilder, new whispers started spilling out about what's really happening behind the closed doors of the Smith mansion. Insiders close to the family claim Will has finally hit his breaking point. After years of trying to protect Jada and keep their brand spotless, he's reportedly ready to walk away for good. Some even say divorce papers might already be sitting on the table, waiting to be signed. People close to Will say he's exhausted, tired of being dragged into scandal after scandal, especially now that this lawsuit threatens to expose even more secrets from deep inside their home. Sources describe him as quiet, distant, almost like he's done pretending everything is okay. One person even said, Will looks like a man who's finally seeing the truth about the person he's been protecting all these years. The vibe around him has changed completely, and it's got everyone watching closely to see what he does next. That one statement alone had fans going wild. Meanwhile, Jada's been out here trying to keep her cool, posting calm, spiritual quotes online, while chaos keeps chasing her everywhere she goes. But the internet is not falling for it this time. Every post she drops gets flooded with comments calling her out, and the backlash just keeps getting louder by the day. And now that Bilal is still standing strong, saying he's ready to show everything if pushed, Hollywood is on edge like never before. Everyone's waiting to see if Will is finally going to speak his truth, or if Jada is about to pull another shocking move to flip the script again. The tension between them is boiling, and this whole story is starting to take over the entire entertainment world.
Every outlet, podcast, and gossip page can't stop talking about the Smiths. What's next, what's real, and how deep this mess really goes. And now, insiders are whispering that major studios are hesitant to work with either of them until all this drama settles down. With Bilal's lawsuit and those rumored tapes still floating around, their once untouchable Hollywood empire looks like it's starting to crack right down the middle. People close to Will say he's been in full-on damage control mode. He's quietly trying to rebuild his reputation, working with PR experts, holding private meetings, and seriously thinking about finally telling his side of the story. And if that happens, it could flip everything upside down in an instant. Fans online are already buzzing, saying they're ready to hear Will unfiltered, and just that possibility alone is shaking Hollywood to its core. Meanwhile, Jada's trying to keep her brave face on, but the pressure's clearly wearing her down. She's been avoiding cameras, skipping red carpets, and dodging every question about Bilal or that lawsuit. And that silence, it's only making people talk more. Now everyone's asking the same thing. What is Jada really hiding? How much more can she take before everything finally breaks wide open? The energy around this story is electric, and it feels like we're just one revelation away from everything exploding all over again. With everything spiraling completely out of control, people are saying this might be the biggest Hollywood fallout in years. And the craziest part? It's still not over yet. Just when everyone thought the drama had reached its peak, another bombshell dropped, and this one could change everything. A brand new insider just stepped forward, claiming there's even more evidence linking Jada and Bilal to some hidden Hollywood secrets that could drag other big names right into the storm. Fans can't believe it, because now it's looking way bigger than just a messy family scandal. This whole thing is turning into a full-blown industry nightmare. Apparently, the insider hinted that Jada's connections run deep. She's allegedly been calling in every favor she can to keep certain secrets buried where no one could reach them. Behind closed doors, lawyers are scrambling, NDAs are flying left and right, and insiders are terrified of being the next ones exposed. It's pure chaos. Hollywood hasn't seen anything this wild in a long time. Meanwhile, Will's reportedly stuck at a crossroads, trying to decide whether to finally come clean and tell everything or just walk away quietly to protect what's left of his peace. Sources close to him say he's torn between protecting his family or protecting himself. One of his close friends even said, "Will's been loyal for too long, and now he's realizing loyalty might have been his biggest mistake." That line hit fans hard. It summed up everything people have been feeling while watching his image crumble piece by piece. And as for Jada, she's gone completely silent for now. But insiders say the pressure's building fast, and everyone knows she's got to make a move soon. Whether it's a public statement, a courtroom showdown, or another shocking twist, something's coming, and it's got Hollywood holding its breath. One thing's for sure, this story's nowhere near cooling off. But here's where it gets even crazier. While the Smith family's drama keeps blowing up, Diddy's situation is spiraling too. He's reportedly facing serious prison time, and somehow the stories are starting to connect. Rumors say Jada and Will were tied up with Diddy way back in the early 2000s, and even he didn't want any part of the chaos that surrounded them. According to the whispers, Jada and Will once tried to convince Diddy's then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez to join them in something way out there, and that was supposedly the breaking point. That's when Diddy decided to back away completely. Just think about that. Diddy, a man who's seen everything in the industry, supposedly walked away from them. That alone says a lot about how wild things must have been. But the madness doesn't stop there, because word is there's still more to uncover, and the next reveal might be the one that shakes Hollywood to its core. And just when everyone thought the storm couldn't get any louder, boom, another twist hit the scene, and this one's got Hollywood losing its mind. Reports are saying that more insiders are coming forward, ready to spill everything they've been holding back for years. What's wild is that some of these people aren't random sources. They're actually folks who've worked with the Smiths up close. These insiders claim there's an entire web of connections between Jada, Will, and a handful of top Hollywood names who've all got something to lose if the truth gets out. One source even said that what we've seen so far is just the tip of the iceberg, and that the real story is 10 times darker than what's been leaked online. People are saying there's a reason so many big names are staying quiet, because one wrong word could drag them right into the fire. Meanwhile, Jada's silence is only making people more suspicious. She's been off social media for days now, and fans are losing patience. Comment sections are filled with people demanding answers, saying things like, if none of it's true, why not just say something? And honestly, that's a fair question, because while Jada's been laying low, Will's name keeps trending every other day, and his team's been working non-stop trying to keep the situation from exploding again. Insiders say Will's mood has completely shifted. He's not the calm, smiling man people used to see. He's focused, serious, and done playing nice. Apparently, he's been meeting with legal advisors and prepping for a possible media sit-down where he might finally clear the air about everything. Can you imagine the chaos if Will actually speaks out? And here's another thing that's got everyone talking. Rumors are swirling that some big studios have started quietly cutting ties behind the scenes. One project that Will was supposed to lead reportedly got paused indefinitely, and sources claim it's all because of the ongoing controversy. The same goes for Jada. Brand deals are backing away, and producers are nervous about attaching her name to anything right now. Hollywood insiders are calling this career collapse in slow motion, and it's got everyone asking if the Smith legacy can even survive this much smoke. The narrative's shifting fast, and fans are split. Some still standing by Will, saying he's the real victim in all this, while others think both of them played with fire too long and are finally facing the consequences. But what really sent shockwaves through social media was a leaked clip allegedly showing a tense moment between Will and someone close to the family, something that, if proven real, could change the whole story again. People are dissecting every second of it, trying to figure out who leaked it and why now. And it doesn't stop there. Rumors say more evidence is lined up to drop any day now. Hollywood hasn't seen drama stack up like this in years. Every hour the tension builds higher, the whispers get louder, and the world waits to see who's gonna speak first, Will or Jada. Because whoever does, that's the moment the entire narrative flips on its head again. Just when everyone thought the world had seen every angle of the Smith saga, another wild twist came out, and this one is sending chills through Hollywood. According to fresh reports, someone close to the situation is threatening to drop a collection of private messages, photos, and even audio recordings that could completely expose what was really going on behind the scenes. The rumor mill says these receipts could destroy what's left of the Smith family's public image if they ever see daylight. People are saying this new leak doesn't just involve Will and Jada. It allegedly ties in a few other familiar faces from the entertainment world, names nobody expected to hear. That's what's making this so explosive. The internet's in full detective mode right now, digging through old interviews, social posts, and paparazzi shots to connect the dots. Everyone wants to know who's about to get dragged into this next. Meanwhile, Jada's still keeping quiet, but insiders claim she's in panic mode. Sources close to her say she's been reaching out to lawyers and old friends, trying to figure out who might have had access to her private files. Some even say she suspects someone from her own inner circle might have flipped on her. Imagine that, betrayed by someone she trusted. It's got everyone on edge, because if that's true, this whole thing could blow wide open any second. Will, on the other hand, is reportedly trying to play it cool, but people around him say he's done. He's tired, drained, and ready to walk away from everything just to get his peace back. One insider even said, Will's been through too much. He's not trying to fight anymore. He just wants out. That line hit fans hard. After all these years of defending his family, it looks like he's finally reached his limit. And as for the industry, they're watching like hawks. Executives are whispering that certain people are scrubbing old footage, removing credits, and cleaning up anything that might link them to the Smiths. Everyone's afraid their name could pop up next. You can practically feel the tension in the air. Hollywood's trying to stay quiet, but the walls are closing in fast.
Fans online are calling this the unraveling of a Hollywood dynasty, and they might be right. Each day brings a new leak, a new claim, or another video hinting that there's way more to the story than anyone realized. Some people even believe this is just the beginning of a bigger exposure wave that could take down multiple careers at once.
And the wildest part? Rumors say that a major outlet is preparing to release an exclusive documentary breaking down everything. The affairs, the lawsuits, the betrayals, the hidden connections, all of it. If that's true, it could be the biggest entertainment story of the decade. The whole world's watching now, waiting to see what Jada does next and whether Will finally speak his truth or stay silent one last time. Either way, something's about to break, because when secrets this deep start bubbling up, they never stay buried for long. And just when people thought the story couldn't go any deeper, another earth-shaking twist hit the headlines. A fresh wave of leaks has everyone's phones buzzing again, and this time it's not just about old rumors, it's brand new receipts. Screenshots, private messages, and even alleged recordings have started circulating online. And if what people are saying is true, the Smith family drama might have just reached a whole new level of chaos. Word on the street is that these leaks point towards secret meetings, hush money deals, and private exchanges meant to keep damaging stories buried. It's got fans, journalists, and Hollywood insiders scrambling for answers. People are calling this the final chapter of the Smith cover-up, but let's be real, it's looking more like the beginning of something even bigger. Insiders claim Jada's team is in total lockdown mode right now. Phones off, emails sealed, and everyone forced to sign new confidentiality agreements. She's reportedly terrified that one of those so-called receipts could hit the public any minute. A source close to her even said, "Jada's moving like someone who knows a bomb's about to drop." That line alone had social media spinning out of control. Meanwhile, Will's been keeping his distance, but don't think for a second he's not paying attention. He's been quietly meeting with a new crisis management firm, trying to figure out how to save what's left of his career and reputation before things spiral any further. Insiders say he's been weighing his options, either release a tell-all of his own or finally cut ties and disappear for a while to rebuild privately. Either way, people can feel that a major move is coming. What's wild is that despite all the chaos, some fans are actually rooting for Will to break his silence once and for all. The internet's full of people saying, "We just want to hear his side." That pressure's building fast, and if Will finally speaks, it could flip this entire story upside down again. But that's not all. There's also talk about a powerful Hollywood figure trying to mediate behind the scenes, supposedly reaching out to both sides to stop the situation from going completely nuclear. Rumors say this person's worried that if the wrong files leak, it could expose way more people than just Will and Jada. Some of the biggest names in the industry might get caught in the blast. And get this, people online are claiming that those mysterious videotapes Bilal mentioned earlier might be connected to this newest wave of leaks. If any of that turns out to be true, it could rewrite the whole timeline of events we thought we knew. Fans are losing their minds, saying the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fit together. Hollywood hasn't been this nervous in years. Executives are whispering in hallways, publicists are working overtime, and even longtime friends of the Smiths are suddenly going quiet. You can practically feel the fear spreading through the industry. Everyone's wondering the same thing. Who's going to get exposed next? And the craziest part? Sources say we're only days away from the next big drop. Reporters are already teasing that something massive is about to surface, something that'll make everything before this look small. Whatever it is, the world's waiting, the internet's ready, and the Smith story is about to explode all over again. Now here's the twist that's shaking everything. New rumors are swirling that Will might actually appear in one of Diddy's infamous tapes, and if that turns out to be real, it connects straight back to what brother Bilal was saying all along. Those wild claims about Jada and Will allegedly filming everything behind closed doors suddenly don't sound so far-fetched anymore. The streets are buzzing, the fans are losing it, and Hollywood's holding its breath. Between the lawsuits, the threats, the supposed recordings, and even talk of growing federal attention, this situation's spiraling into something way bigger than anyone ever expected. That perfect image Will and Jada worked so hard to protect for decades, it's starting to crumble right in front of us. The power couple everyone once admired might be facing their biggest reckoning yet, and this time, no amount of calm interviews or spiritual quotes can stop what's coming. What once looked like just a messy celebrity marriage is now being painted as something much darker. We're talking about real people getting caught up in the chaos, real legal pressure, and serious consequences waiting around the corner. The glitz, the fame, the red carpets, it's all starting to fade as the truth inches closer to the surface. And it's not just Will and Jada anymore. This thing's stretching across Hollywood, and no one knows who could be next. Insiders say the next few weeks could decide everything. If even one piece of this rumored footage drops, it could end careers, break alliances, and expose secrets the industry has kept buried for decades. It's the kind of scandal that rewrites reputations and leaves a mark that doesn't fade. And honestly, it's hard to tell who's still in control at this point, because every move, every silence, every post seems to carry a hidden message. People online are saying it straight. This story is no longer just gossip. It's turning into a full-on Hollywood meltdown, the kind that makes history. Fans are glued to every update, dissecting every clue, and waiting for the next piece of the puzzle to drop. The tension's unreal, the theories are endless, and the truth, it's about to surface in a way nobody's ready for. One thing's certain, this is far from over. The Smith story is evolving by the day, and it's only getting wilder. So if you don't want to miss what happens next, make sure you're locked in right here. Hit that like, smash that subscribe, and turn on your notifications because we're tracking every single twist and turn as this Hollywood saga continues to explode. Drop a comment below and tell us what you think is really going on behind the scenes because this story, it's only just getting started.